to the audience.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you really do.
You just mean maybe not do the same 12 that everyone else
She
does.
says if one of the songs that the audience just loves that you do is one of the 12 songs, and I go, don't worry about it. Because something's going right.
Okay.
You know, really.
Okay.
You know, that is, you know, that's the fun thing.
But also, similarly, I mean, when I did the French show, there were a lot of songs that people didn't know. But I closed with La Vie en Rose because everyone knows that and everyone loves that.
Right.
And it gave a kind of point of unity for the audience to do that. That was what I thought.
Yeah. And the other thing is when you're performing live, and I basically am a songwriter, so naturally I want to do all my original songs, but I have learned over the years that I need to put some songs people know in my live act, because the minute I do, I hear them breathe a sigh of relief. Because they go, oh, I know that one. I don't have to work so hard. So so when you've got something like La Vie en Rose, then you've got to arrange it in an interesting or different way. Dolores did Autumn Leaves on her record, and we arranged it in an interesting way, and she wrote a vocalese talking about her husband, her ex-husband, who is French, and we made it personal. So, okay. Okay, here's another really good thing, and this is a good one for you, Kim. Don't make a record, make an event. Okay? When I started making records 30 years ago, they gave me $2,500 to make the record. And I went to my friend and I said, I can't make a record for $2,500, even in 1982. And he said, yes, you can, because you're going to be in the 1% of artists who have a record out. Well, nowadays, that isn't the truth. Because of home studios and the way the world is, everybody and their mother has a record, right? When somebody gives you their CD, you go, oh yeah, that's really nice. Doesn't mean anything to you, right? So I started thinking about this, because I thought, wow, it means a lot to me when I make a record, because I put a lot of money into it and a lot of thought. But you have to figure out how to make it mean something to somebody else, okay? And that's your problem. But think about it. Why were records made in the first place? It was to record a historical event, you know, like Caruso singing at the Metropolitan, or Alexander Graham Bell speaking on the telephone. Those are the first records. So you still want to make whatever you record a special event. How do you do that? So think of some of the Judy Garland's Historic Night at Carnegie Hall. That was her big comeback. It was everybody said this was a night of the showbiz history. Kurt Elling did a lot of records. He's done but the one that won him the Grammy was when he revisited the Johnny Hartman, John Coltrane CD. So this said to, you know, and he didn't do it like Johnny Hartman. He did it like Kurt Elling. He said, I love these guys. This meant a lot to me, but this is my take on it.
It's a hook.
It's a hook. Yeah. Thank you. And hooks are very important. I went to see this guy named Bruce Babette. And he just had a #2 jazz record where he does the songs of Paul Desmond. And he really, his tone sounded very much like Paul Desmond. But whatever, you know, whatever you do, Rosanna Cash put out a record last year called The List, and it was the list of songs her father said, Johnny Cash said, that he wished she'd record. So this is something for you to talk about when you get a publicist and they go, what does this song mean to you? And you can say, let's see, wait a minute. I'm singing 12 jazz standards everybody else sings, backed by Joe Schmo and his merry band of unknowns. Or you can say, I'm doing this great record with some really tasty arrangements of Coldplay tunes, and the song by Caruso I do is a slow samba. Bob Shepard is playing on sax, Anthony Wilson, Diana Krall's guitarist, is on guitar, and I did a lyric to the last melody Jobim did before he croaked. You know, you have plenty to talk about then. You know, they'll go, what do you mean the last? How did you get the last tune before Jobim croaked, you know? So I did a Bobby Troop record, and I found this song that was a song that Bobby Troop wrote with Matt Dennis, but had never been recorded. And I called Matt Dennis, and he was 2 weeks away from dying, but he sent me the chart. And I'm the only person to have recorded the song. So I got plenty of mileage out of it, you know. So you need something interesting to say that tells other people it's a special event, okay? So you can't just do, when you said I'm going to do an album of pop songs in a jazz way, I think that's good. I think that's exciting, and I think a lot of jazz singers are doing that. you know, Gretchen Parlato's doing it.
Yeah,
You know,
I
that
was just
whole-
listening to her CD.
Becca
on the way.
Stevens is doing it. There's a whole
Yeah.
group of young people that are, you know, they didn't come up from the Great American Songbook. They came up from pop and hip hop and R&B. So, you know, I think it's great. Okay, do you all know, be honest, what a, I know you do, Kim, what a lead sheet is? Does everybody know what a lead sheet is?
Yes.
Okay, tell me what a lead sheet is.
Should I show you one?
Yeah, why don't you just tell me what it is?
Well, it's a simplified sheet. It's not an elaborate arrangement, and it comprises your chords, your melody, and your lyric. Right? It's just
Got
the
it.
head. Yeah.
Very good.
Shortcut for the band.
Yeah, well, no, I wouldn't give them a lead sheet. Okay. This is what I'm getting at. What's a chord chart?
Master rhythm? Master rhythm would have.
No, it's just the chords.
It's just
The
chords.
chord
Just the chords.
changes.
Oh, really?
Just the chord changes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sometimes with lyrics.
What's an arrangement?
That's
Yeah.
An arrangement is how you want that specific song done. I don't know how to describe it, but for instance, I just went through I worked with someone on doing my own arrangement of Get Out of Town, Cole Porter,
I love that song.
and it's just a very